You're listening to Gratitude Space Radio. Discover more at gratitudespace.com.
So, what if I told you the key to hitting your biggest goals wasn't actually about more hustle, but about gratitude? Sounds a little counterintuitive, right? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful idea from Bobby Koontz called the gratitude effect, and I have a feeling it's going to completely change how you think about success. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to unpack this in 5 parts. First up, a mentor's truth. Then we'll get into why gratitude is not passive. After that, the science of seeing. This part is wild. Then we'll see how ambition meets gratitude, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with how to live by design. Okay, first up, a mentor's truth. And I really want you to get this part because it sets the stage for everything else. This isn't just some inspirational, fluffy, feel-good quote. No, this is instructional. It's a practical guide. So this whole idea really stems from Koontz's mentor, Darren Hardy. And here's the quote that started it all. Of all the thoughts you experience and control, there is one that can profoundly transform your daily life: gratitude. Realizing what you already have is an essential step in creating the goals for what you want. Man, just let that sink in for a second. It totally flips the script, doesn't it? Gratitude isn't the prize at the finish line. It's the starting block. And this right here, this says it all. Gratitude isn't the reward for success. It is the starting condition for success. That one little shift in thinking is the foundation for everything we're about to get into. You don't wait to feel grateful after you succeed. You start with gratitude to create that success in the first place. Okay, so if gratitude is the starting point, it can't just be some passive sit-on-the-couch feeling, right? It has to be an active force. And that brings us right to our second section. Gratitude is not passive. We're about to reframe a totally misunderstood power, especially for all you high achievers out there. Yeah, this is a big one. The misunderstanding is that gratitude means you're settling. That you're lowering your ambition, that you're just content to stay where you are. But the reality? It's the complete opposite. It's about active recognition. It's about seeing clearly what you have so you can build intelligently on top of it. It's a tool, not a retirement plan. And here's the trap that so many of us fall into. The fatal mistake in goal setting is beginning from a sense of lack. You know that feeling? I don't have enough. I'm not good enough. When you set goals from that place, they just feel heavy. It's a constant chase. And that, my friends, is a one-way ticket to burnout. But this is where gratitude comes in and saves the day. Gratitude corrects the starting point. It literally shifts your whole mindset from what's missing to what's possible. You stop building out of desperation and you start building from a solid foundation of strength. All right, now this is where things get really fascinating. Because this whole idea of shifting your perception, it's not just some philosophical, nice-to-have idea. It's neurological. It's actual brain science. Welcome to Section 3. The science of seeing. It all boils down to this little part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS for short. Now, just think of your RAS as like a bouncer for your brain. It's a filtering mechanism that decides what information gets in and what gets ignored. It literally determines what you notice and what you think is even possible. So, how does gratitude train this bouncer in your brain? Well, it's a pretty straightforward process. 1, you focus on what's already working. 2, you're basically telling your brain, hey, look for more of this stuff. 3, your brain goes, okay, got it, and starts filtering reality accordingly. And 4, all of a sudden, you start noticing more opportunities that were, get this, there the whole time. And this is a game changer because it takes something like the law of attraction and makes it way more practical. It's not magic. You don't attract what you want. You notice and act on what your brain is trained to see. You are literally rewiring your own perception to find the doors that were always there. You just couldn't see them before. Okay, so you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but what about my ambition? Doesn't gratitude kill my drive? Great question. That's exactly what we're tackling in Section 4. Ambition meets gratitude. Because these two aren't enemies. In fact, they're the two essential forces you need for sustainable momentum. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got ambition without gratitude. What does that give you? Anxiety and burnout. It's that nonstop hamster wheel. But on the other side, gratitude without ambition, well, that leads to stagnation. You're happy, sure, but you're not going anywhere. The sweet spot, the magic, is right in the middle where they work together. And that leads to this really powerful, kind of provocative question. Seriously, pause and think about this for a second. If you just lived your best year ever, how would you actually know? It's such a simple question, but it makes you stop and think, wait, what am I even measuring? That question really reveals that there are two different scorecards we can use in life. The first is the had scorecard. This one's all about outcomes, accumulation, what did I get? But we all know that can feel pretty hollow, right? The other option is the lived scorecard. This one measures alignment. It focuses on your daily behavior. And the cool thing about this one, it's fulfilling no matter what the results are, because you know you're living on purpose. Okay, theory is great, but how do we actually do this? Let's bring it all home with our final section, Live by Design. This is a super practical framework you can literally start using the second this is over. Here's a really simple daily practice you can try. It's totally optional, but super powerful. In the morning, just 2 questions. What is already working, and what's my next right action? Then in the evening, 2 more. Where did gratitude guide my choices today? And what did I do today that proves I'm living by design? See? It's not about huge, dramatic changes. It's all about those small, consistent, intentional choices. Look, if there's only one thing you walk away with today, let it be this. Build your future from clarity, not deficiency. Stop starting from what's wrong and what's missing. Start from a place of what's working and what I have, and build from that solid ground up. It really is a simple idea, but the implications are absolutely massive. When you do this every day, the effects start to compound. You start small, but you build incredible momentum. That is the gratitude effect.
This is Gratitude Space Radio. Thanks for being here.
Share the love, listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And explore more at gratitudespace.com.